Good evening, well, afternoon I should say. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Today we are hopefully finishing Sankaku Renai. And I mean fully completing it, which would be really nice. That's why there's a question mark next to it, because I don't know how much more of Suzu's routes left. But we had to stop in the middle of a chapter, so we did find a good stopping point at least, you know. That's something. Now I need to hope that my computer is going to be fine, because I've been adding a few extra things. You know, I've been trying to upload my stuff, my old videos, because I fell way behind on the whole archive on my YouTube channel. So with a 3-day weekend, I'm hoping to eat into that. So if you're going to watch on YouTube, there's going to be a load of videos up. So bear with me with that. So anyway, let's continue where we left off then, shall we? Yep. In case you're wondering, Sosuke and Suzu are effectively going out on a date because Nanaru decided to give them some space, which I think is pretty nice of her. Sunday, a few days later. Alright, wrong button. I keep... Nekopara merely makes me think spacebar and advances text, but no, it's the enter button. Alright. Today's the day Suzu and I are heading to the movies. I guess these clothes work. I'm in my room getting ready, having woken up slightly earlier today than usual. I figured that since I'm taking my little sister to the movies, I should at least make an effort to look decent. Yeah, taking her on a date. And I've never really taken her out or done anything for her since she started living with us. But that's why I'm gonna make today count. I'll impress her and make this an unforgettable experience. I think it'll be unforgettable in a few ways. With that in mind, I decide to head to the living room. And here she is, the MVP. I need a drink. I haven't drunk much today. I'll make up for that whenever I get a chance. Upon arriving, I find Nanaru in her school uniform, munching on some toast. Or I guess munching some toast works too. Hey, where are Mum and Dad at? They do work hard. I can only imagine they'd want to spend their weekends resting up. Suzu? Something tells me we're probably going to walk in on her getting changed, aren't we? That's a trope in these sorts of things. Ah, okay. I thought I got up early, but Suzu had me beat. Well, yeah, she gets up extra early to sometimes make breakfast, you know. She's used to waking up early. I plop down next to Nanaru and watch TV while eating my breakfast. She suddenly puts down her toast and looks over towards me. Wow, that's out of the blue and incredibly rude. Do you have to crush my self-worth first thing in the morning? And without even a care in the world. What did I do to you, Nanaru? Did I hurt you in some way? She said Michael Jordan. Billy the Kid. That does not match up at all. You could keep them like regular, right? That joke was dead on arrival. Never even had a chance at life. Making me feel worthless as a game to you? Wow. I'm actually rather hurt. I'm not surprised. Funny you should say that. No, unless you count going to the store. So I'm sure she's going to make an extra amount of effort to look nice. She's nodding to herself for some reason. The random question from her has left me feeling a little confused. What's with that reaction?
いや、なんでもないっすよ、旦那。
What even is that laugh? Yeah, what even is it? It's beyond suspect, and really unbefitting for a girl her age. She ignores me, continuing to smirk as she plops the last piece of toast into her mouth.
じゃ、映画楽しんできてね。
I will.
ちゃんと鈴のことエスコートしないとダメだよ。
Oh, would he ever do that to his darling little sister? I'm going out with my sister, Nanaru. This isn't some date. I tried to emphasize the sister part, but I'm well aware that it came out a bit awkward. I had to say it though, otherwise the fact I'm going somewhere with a cute girl is going to get to me, and my nerves will skyrocket.
妹は妹だから女の子扱いしなくていいって理論か。へえ、ほー。
Oh, she's being extra obnoxious today, isn't she? What? You trying to imply something? She then goes on to raise her glass in an oddly haughty manner, after which, with a snap of her wrist, she begins to swirl its contents around, like a evil mad genius.
女心は複雑なんだよ。でも、複雑だからって理解する努力を放棄するってことは、せっかくの機会を逃してしまうってことだ。理解できたか、ボーイ
？Shonen. Do you think swirling your tea around like that looks cool or something? Cause it sure ain't working.
もうお兄ちゃんノリ悪いな。今の私の中じゃこのグラスの中身は麦茶じゃなくてウイスキーなの。ウイスキー。
But you're too young to drink, so how can he expect to believe you? They're manufactured in completely different ways.
原材料は一緒じゃん。
What kind of logic is that? I mean, it's barley tea, so I guess she has a point.
それに麦茶もウイスキーも大体おっさんが作ってるんだよ。美少女も大体おっさんが作ってるんだよ。世界は大体おっさんでできてるんだ。
What? Did you just metaphorically slap yourself?
まあ、あれだよお兄ちゃん。私から言えることは一つだけだよ。
Your advice is confusing, Nanaru. How does your mood swing so fast? Well, anyway, what else you got for me?
コンドーム買うときは堂々としてる方が怪しまれないらしいよ。
You give me that thumbs up one more time and I'll snap it in two.
じゃあ行ってきます。お土産よろ。
Hey, get back here, you little... She dodges my attempt to catch her and flees out of the room like prey escaping a predator. She ran so fast that I blinked and she was gone. Fuck, how can a nerd even run that fast? Maybe she's skating on the wooden floors you got there. Makes me think she actually could have had a pretty fulfilling life if she'd never gotten into anime. On second thought, she'd probably just end up a fan for 3D idols instead. Quite possible. I idly ponder the many different paths my sister could have ended up on. Oh, here she is! That's when I hear heavy footsteps behind me. Oh, Suzu! Good. Wow. That is actually pretty cute and it suits her to a T. Good morning. I turn around to see my sister, dressed as elegantly as usual, but with a bit more effort perhaps? Also seems like her outfit has a teensy more skin exposure than it's normal for her. There's not really a lot of skin being shown, to be honest. It still looks quite modest. I like the new look, Suzu. Pretty sure your skirt is shorter than normal. Wow, that's meant to be a short skirt? I guess a little bit more leg doesn't go amiss. She stares at me wide-eyed with respect and disbelief. Whew, I wasn't mistaken. It was a guess. I see you every day, Suzu. Plus you're my little sister. Of course I'll notice things like that. Just barely managed to hang on to my pride as her older brother there. I would have really dug myself into a hole if it turned out I was wrong. Her opinion of you... Like her opinion of you couldn't be any higher. Ready to go?
できたよ。
Sweet. Just give me a sec to finish eating and I'll be ready. Suzu then plops down in her usual seat.
ナナル食器置きっぱなし。
Yes, she did. She's such a sloth. Who can actually run pretty fast. She starts to gather her silverware, glass and plate. Just leave it. I'll take it up once I'm done.
大丈夫だよ。あ、兄さん牛乳おかわりいる？
There she is, being extra considerate. Sure. She noticed that my glass was getting a little low and pours me another. She does this all while rinsing and putting away Nanaru's stuff and the various cooking utensils Mom left out to take care of later. It's incredible how swiftly she can do all of this. It's like she's been doing it her whole life. Well, she has been training herself to be the perfect wife. Sorry for making you do all the work, Suzu.
大丈夫。それになんだか楽しみすぎて何かないと落ち着かなくて。
So sweet. Well, alright then. But of course we all know that she has a secret dark side. I leisurely watch her clean up as I finish off the remainder of my breakfast. Whew, that was good. Oh snap, we better get going.
すぐに準備するからちょっと待ってて。
Now Suzu's making us wait. Gotcha.
よし、これで終わり。じゃあ、行こう兄さん。
Right. She makes sure the kitchen looks nice and tidy, adjusts her clothes, and then joins me by the doorway. It's a shame. I hope she didn't get her nice clothes dirty. I'm sure she didn't. That's why she was fixing herself up, I guess. Now to lock the door, and perfect. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I shout my goodbyes before shutting the door, but get no replies. They must still be asleep.
行ってきます。
We walk off to the station side by side, Suzu with the biggest smile on her face. Her smile lights up even the darkest of caves. Man, it's been ages since I last went to the movie theater.
私もパソコンの画面で見るのと劇場で見るのはまた違うよね。
Ooh, yeah, I know them feels. I don't have a laptop anymore, but you know, I'm thinking of getting like a cheap one just to watch stuff on. Yeah, I know, right? Even though it's the exact same film. We make small talk as we casually walk beneath the summer sun. Things feel a bit more relaxed than usual, which is probably due in part to Nanaru not being with us. True that. Really is a bummer Nanaru couldn't come. Her best girl might have popped up in flashbacks or something.
そうだね。でも、ちょっと私は嬉しいかも。
Because she's not had some proper alone time with you since she came home. Huh? Why's that?
なんだか昔みたいに兄さんを独り占めしてるみたいで。あ、ナナルが一緒なのが嫌とかそういうんじゃないよ。
We know what you mean, Suzu, don't you worry.
ただ、ちょっと懐かしい感じがするってだけで、ナナルが一緒だったらもっと楽しかったと思ってるから。
A bit like when you used to have Maho with you, I guess. Just take a deep breath, Suzu. I know what you mean. Suzu nods, a bit out of breath from all the words she just forced out of her mouth. That's something I do sometimes. I'm feeling all giddy and mushy after hearing that desire of hers to hog me all to herself.
兄さん、昔に戻った感じでもう一つお願いしてもいい？
Hold hands, I'll bet. What's that?
手つないでいいかな？
Suzu, that's lewd. What? Shit, I just let out some weird gas just because she mentioned holding hands.
ダメ？
Ah, no good. What? Oh, I'm sorry for that weird noise. Must have had something stuck in my throat. You said holding hands? All good by me. Are you fine on that side? Her face lights up in delight as I casually extend the hand in an attempt to hide my lack of composure. There you go, I've just done that there. Ooh, force those words out.
ありがとう。
Hesitantly, she brushes her fingers against mine. Ooh, that's incredibly inappropriate. Despite the sun's heat beating down on us, her hand is actually a little cold. Perhaps it's because it's just so hot that our body temperatures are cooler. Despite that initial hesitation, she intertwines her fingers with mine and slowly begins to curl around them. Oh, she's being incredibly aggressive, isn't she? I go the rest of the way for her, tightening my hand around hers and squeezing down. Is this what you wanted? This is a very intimate handhold for young people like them. She smiles as she looks down at our hands. They did this even when they were kids. That's very lewd. Yeah. We used to hold hands like this all the time. I used to consider myself a pretty clumsy person back then, but Suzu really took the cake. She'd always trip over literally nothing, so we held hands to prevent that from happening. Now that she's grown up though, I doubt any happening. So, precisely speaking, it feels like a bit different it feels a bit different holding her hand now. Oh, she's even sounding extra cute today, isn't she? Me too. Yeah, for some reason, my heart is racing like crazy. Well, duh, you're doing the extra lewd handhold. God, what am I thinking? This is my little sister. I tried to dissuade myself, but my heart rate ultimately didn't settle until we reached the station and stopped holding hands. Well, she is such a cute girl. After the rackety train ride, we finally reach our destination. Thanks to the tickets Dad got us, we get to see the first screening on the opening day. And... yes, the after movie dinner. Or lunch. We sit down in the restaurant we'd planned on eating at after the movie in complete silence. Only after we place our orders and the waitress brings us some glasses of water does Suzu finally speak. Yeah, for sure. Here it comes, the nerd talk is out in full force. I know, right? Oh wow. Where it thinks, oh, it's a happy end. Nope. Yeah, that shit had my mouth wide open. Man, they tricked us into thinking it'd have a nice happy ending because it's a movie and all, and then BAM! Right? That was insane. Literally never have I seen a dead character be so involved in the plot. That's what I was just thinking, Suzu. Oh, for sure. There were so many flashbacks too. She just needs to see this film. That's a common phenomenon among nerds. You can write a full-blown essay on something you think is shit, but something you like, your mind just draws a blank. Sorry for the wait. Here's your Hamburg steak and seasoned tomato pasta. And then the awkwardness of having someone who's probably not into that sort of stuff. The waitress comes back, sending us both into an awkward silence. Enjoy! She puts steak in front of me, the pasta Suzu, then smiles and walks off. The awkwardness of being a nerd, it's real, isn't it? Apparently CDs for both are already on sale. Wanna buy them on the way home? The moment our waitress leaves, we resume our talk. Instantly shutting up whenever strangers come by is just something we nerds can't change. Sad but true. Singles tend to be like 1,200 yen, at least when I was buying CDs from Japan. So yeah, that sounds like it should be plenty. Probably. Actually though, your estimate feels kinda high. As awkwardly nerdy as we are though, the movie was just so amazing. Not even a few seconds after our waitress is gone, we're already gushing about it again. Oh right, remember Nanaru's present? Why don't we get the CDs for her? Then she can listen to them and come with us next time, and I'm sure Dad'll pay for her ticket if we ask him. Without a doubt, they're still damn good songs on their own. Plus we can have her let us listen to them too. Yep, a gift for her, but something we can also have. Or we can also listen to, yeah? I mean, primarily a gift for someone should be something they'll want. I guess if it works out that way, then it's all good for everyone, isn't it? Yep. Also, that reminds me. Apparently the director of this movie also directed that super crummy sci-fi anime movie that everyone trashed on. Yeah, that happened. I was kind of worried about this movie after watching that, but I'm glad that it betrayed my expectations. True, but the director ultimately decides the way the movie goes, so, you know, if it was good, then clearly it must have been a blip. Whoa! I was so engrossed in our conversation that I accidentally let my fork slip from my hand. It goes from there to right on the floor. Oof. Crap! I pick it back up as quickly as I can. Can't use the 5-second rule here. Okay. Where's our waitress at? I look around in search of her. Or another waitress. There are some walking around the storefront taking orders and bringing out food, but none of them seem available. I'm terribly sorry for the wait. Are these seats okay with you? Here's your food. I do apologize, but we're currently out of .45 caliber bullets. Say what? Hang in there, boss. You're gonna be alright. Someone please call an ambulance. Holy, talk about a hard day at work. Oh dear. That's your only issue? Pretty sure I heard something about bullets and an ambulance in there, and that sure as hell got me concerned. That's pretty much what I'm like. Whenever I need something and someone's like in the way and busy, I just wait until they even notice me or finish what they're doing. That's part of it. It definitely is. But it's not the only issue here. Oh my, Suzu, she's so bold today. Nah, then you won't have one. Unfortunately, we only have one. Is that meant to be one? We only have one set of cutlery among us since mine kind of fell on the floor and all. If I took her fork, she'd have to eat her pasta with a spoon, and I'm not about to force that on her. Can't you use a spoon on a hamburg steak? Oh, she's so bold! Ah! You read sports manga? They technically are shonen, so it doesn't surprise me that she has. Of course she did. Tennis anime do tend to insist on gay relationships sometimes. As far as I'm aware. Not that I've watched tennis anime. But Prince of Tennis seems like a very female-oriented sport manga. Oh, she did? I don't like where this is going. You're gonna make Akane-senpai mad if you say that. She did? She what now? Guess I have no reason to doubt a fan. Ooh. Huh. Such a sweet, considerate child. Oh, the cute, innocent dame. Damn, that always gets me, that does. She looks at me pleadingly with fork in hand. Her eyes are watery. I think she thinks I'm going to say no. At this point, how could I possibly say no? Well, if you're okay with it. She reaches her fork over and stabs it into a piece of my steak. Pardon me. That was an awkward one. She clamps her eyes shut, cheeks bright red, and thrusts her arm forward. The piece of steak has landed directly on my eyeball. I repeat, the piece of steak has landed directly on my eyeball. Ah! Ow, 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 ow! The sauce! The sauce is in my eye! She's not paying attention. Suzu, open your eyes! I know you're embarrassed, but please open them! The eyes may be in the window to the soul, but you don't need to feed the soul through them. I'm okay. I pick up a napkin and wipe my eye. Who knew that today would be the day the steak betrayed me? Maybe that's the day he goes vegetarian or even vegan. Can I please ask you to keep your eyes open when you're feeding me? Oh, she was just trying to be polite. Please don't do it again in the other eye. Okie dokie, artichokey. Everyone makes mistakes. Go on, let's give round 2 a shot. I remove my hand from my stinging left eye. This time she keeps her eyes open so the steak arrives safely in my mouth. Mmm, tasty. You could see, couldn't you, Suzu? Yeah, you sure did. 10 out of 10. Her smile is sweet and contains a hint of relief in it. But now that several seconds have passed since she fed me the steak, I find myself growing embarrassed. If she tries this again, it's game over for me. Suzu, on the other hand, doesn't seem embarrassed at all. It looks like she's even reminiscing. Wow, wow, he even with the eye poke? Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? We didn't even realize we could ask for new chopsticks until Dad said something. Why did we even do that again? Do you remember? Alright, okay, there was an accidental poke of pain. Guess I'm not one to talk. Like brother, like sister, I guess. Would you like more water? Oh! A waitress comes over holding a jug of water while we're walking down memory lane. A quick look around tells me the place has thinned out a bit since we got here too. I dropped my fork. Could I please get a new one? Absolutely, sir. The waitress refills our cups of water before giving us a smile and leaving to get my new fork. Here's your fork, sir. Not long after, she comes back with my new fork in hand. Let me know if you need anything else. Aww. For some reason, Suzu frowns as she watches the waitress scuttle off. Oh, she wanted to keep feeding you, that's why. Everything okay? Maybe half glad, at least. She sure doesn't look very glad. I have a hunch as to why, so I intentionally set down my fork. Suzu, would you feed me one more time? Is that a no? Oh, she's so cute. God damn it. She panics, but then joy is written all over her face as she stabs her fork into another piece of steak. Ow, my nose! The steak has landed directly in my nose. I repeat, the steak has landed directly in my nose. This is what happens. I'm too distracted to concentrate on Suzu's apology. I've got steak in my nose. So barbecue sauce makes your nostrils burn too. Good to know, good to know. Oh, here we go. After lunch, we head over to our regular anime shop. And that chapter title is kind of concerning.
CD 無事に変えてよかったね。
Yeah, and Ryuka was on the reverse of the OP's jacket. It'll make a sweet present.
ジャケットの表絵は公開されても裏までは公開しないことが多いもんね。
Yeah, but sometimes you're pleasantly surprised, aren't you? Suzu and I are discussing the present we got Nanaru. Is there anything you want to buy while we're here, Suzu?
え、私？
Sure, why not? You seem to like the characters from the movie a lot.
キャラクターは好きだし、グッズは可愛いなとか、かっこいいなとか思ったりはするけど、買いたいとは思わないかな。
Wow, that's a surprise. Normally, I have desires to get stuff.
それより本とかゲームとかの方が欲しいな、私は。
Well, I can understand that. Of course, when you're an adult, you have to spend money on other things. But, you know. You play games, Suzu? I don't think I've ever seen you play any.
うん、やるよ。と言っても、一人プレイ用のやつがほとんどだから、アニメを見る時間の方が多くなったから、あんまりやってないけど。
So she is the anime enthusiast with a side interest in video games. Fair enough. I sort of flip-flop in between. Why don't we play something together sometime then? Group watching anime is cool, but multiplayer games can be tons of fun too.
そうなの？じゃあ頑張っちゃおうかな。
What genres are you into? The whole village management, house building sims? Cozy, relaxing gameplay games would definitely suit her personality.
FPS。
Of course! Action stuff is what she loves after all. Huh?
FPS をよくやってたよ。得意なのはヘッドショットだよ。やっぱりワンショットワンキルはロマンだよね。
And there's a bit of her sadist side coming out. Right. Guess she's a tomboy at heart, huh? You should know. By the time we pay for Nanaru's present and leave the shop, it's already well into the evening. Part of me wants to keep doing more, but I know we can't. It'll be dinner time before we know it. With that in mind, we decide to head on home.
ナナル、お土産喜んでくれるかな？
Of course she will. Oh, I'm sure she will. By the way, do you have any plans next weekend?
あ、早速2回目見に行くんだね。
Or is he actually going to propose an actual date? Strike while the iron's hot and all. We'll soon be back home, and my time alone with Suzu will come to a close. I do feel somewhat sad about that, but I also can't wait to tell everyone about our day. We're just leisurely strolling down the road on our way when I feel something hit my neck. Hmm?
どうしたの、兄さん？
Something just... Whoa! I feel it again.
雨。
Who is it? She softly mutters that to herself. The sky is clear, but all of a sudden, the raindrops begin to pour. Oh, jeez. Man, getting home from work, I don't know if it's yesterday or the day before, was awful because it tipped it down. Suzu, run! I yell that command to her before breaking into a sprint myself. Oh wow, you can actually see the rain. I didn't expect that. We're relatively close to our house, but under these circumstances, we're not close enough. So there's only one thing we can do. Under a shop awning.
びっくりした。
Oh my. Oh my. The weather report said nothing about rain. Hopefully it's just a brief shower. But it was enough of a shower, clearly. Suzu immediately starts gasping for breath once we jump under the awning of the closest store. That doesn't look like an awning of a store to me. I call it a store, but it's actually shut down, likely due to the decreasing population in the countryside. At least we don't have to worry about imposing on anyone, though. But on the other hand, we could have taken shelter inside it if it were open.
今日は晴れの予定だよね。
Hey, the weather is wholly unpredictable at times. Yeah, that's what they said.
じゃあ、にわか雨かな。
Well, I sure hope so. It's coming down pretty hard. I peer up at the sky from under the awning and see that the formerly clear blue sky is now covered by thick grey clouds.
雨、すごいね。
Guess it's not ending anytime soon then, is it? Sure is weird. The rain is pelting the ground so hard it could almost leave dents. Unfortunately, this awning simply isn't large enough to provide sufficient cover. I attempt to pull my arm in, away from the rain, only to have it bump into something soft. Oops. Was that a boob? Sorry. And you're the only person she'd let touch them anyway. Yeah. If I just hit her elbow or something, that'd be one thing. But I'm pretty certain I touched up against her cleavage. No, I'm positive I did. It has been, yes. I answer on reflex as I stare over at Suzu, whose eyes are looking up at the sky with what seems like contempt. Thanks to that rain catching us, I'm thoroughly soaked. Even the insides of my shoes are wet, and my socks feel soggy and gross. Oh, that's horrible. The same is probably true for Suzu, and upon looking over, everything's transparent. Her short skirt is sticking to her legs, allowing me to see the outline of her thighs beneath it. Oh, I'm a sucker for thighs, goddammit. Her top is similarly drenched, which not only gives me a peek at her bra, but also her cleavage. I don't see her cleavage. I audibly gulp. Then I mentally reprimand myself for thinking these inappropriate thoughts about my sister. Wait, she may be my sister, but she is still a woman. Another more primal side of me is boasting that if I had an opportunity to see boobs, I must look. No, but come on, she's my sister, Maybe it's okay to at least look, though. No, that's completely whack logic. Gee. I can tell her, but what if she gets upset and calls me a pervert? Should I? Of course, I can do this, because this is going to lead into more, isn't it? You don't get many chances in life to be yelled at by a cute, sweet girl like Suzu. That's what he wants, he's such a masochist. Time to take this verbal berating. She looks up at me confusedly as I ponder, but I'm done thinking. It's time to put my plan into action. Yep, it's gonna get lewd. I can see a bra. Oh. Huh? Her face blushes a light red and she hangs her head in embarrassment. But that's it. There's no hint of anger anywhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, really. I didn't know whether to point it out or not, but I figured you'd probably think I was a pervert if I kept looking and said nothing, so I just... The feelings of guilt pierce through my fragile virgin heart like a needle. I guess I'm still not quite cool enough to be teasing girls, even my sister. I hurriedly twist around, not wanting to look at Suzu as she tries to hide her chest with her arms in embarrassment. Now I won't get a single glimpse of her see-through clothes. But in the act of turning around, I feel something soft swish up against me. Is this a boob again? What are you... Despite how flustered I am, she just gently clings to my arm. Oh, this is getting really, really lewd. I mean, we knew it was coming, right? Huh? She's really open and forward now, isn't she? She's well into her route now. I'm not some sadistic wife beater. Is my little sister really choosing now of all times to come clean to me about her masochistic fetishes? What's gotten into you? Why are you saying? She did it! Oh! Huh? What did she just say? I love you. Love you. Love. Wait! What are you trying to say? Still no less closer to understanding what she said, I turn around to face her again. Our eyes meet, she tiptoes up and brings her face in close. Oh, she did it! She did it! She's not going to be a passenger anymore. I feel her soft lips press up against mine. It's over just as suddenly as it began. She draws back before pressing her head into my shoulder. We stand there in silence as the dribbling rain pours all around us. I can feel the warmth of her body permeating through her wet clothes. You go, Suzu. You know what you want, and you're gonna have it, no matter if it's considered right or wrong. A week has passed since Suzu and I went to the movies. It is actually Nanaru. Thanks for pointing that out. What the heck are you doing? It's definitely awkward, isn't it? I'll bet. It's the weekend, which means we're just laying around at home doing nothing. That is, until Nanaru just shouted out of nowhere. Did you pick up some weird radio signals or something? Which one, the stars or the ribbons? Which one? She has so damn many I can't even make a guess as to which one it is. Ah, don't leave us hanging. Why are you moving your hands like you're winding a pulley? I didn't think this was the subject. I didn't think we had a subject, but okay. Change the subject, I would never. So what's up? She's been avoiding me ever since that day. She avoids being around me at home and barely shows up to the B-Team club room. Wow. She was forward about it and now she seems to be having some niggling doubts, maybe? Given the situation, neither Nanaru nor I have felt up to going to club either. And I'm sure anyone who knows how close they are would be concerned by that little revelation. That's not true at all. Please press the hash symbol in order to end this phone call. He's just trying to soften the mood, isn't he? It's been the same with all the girls though. They've all been very obvious, apart from Kara and Nakane, because, you know, they weren't main routes. And they don't really interact with anyone they never really interact with the other members of the B team after you go on their routes either, so. Limbo dancing? What? Wait, one of those was not like the others. I just kind of tuned her out, but I couldn't ignore the last one. Is that Suzu? Oh, or is it her mom? I guess it's her mom, okay. Are we talking sexy or disturbing here? They both seem equally likely and I'm scared. Not really. I mean, let's face it, your mom is pretty hot. I said no, and that's my damn answer. Yeah. 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 Wait, you tricked me, you! Ah! Her lariat scores a direct hit on my head. My consciousness slowly fades out. But I don't actually pass out. I'm back on my feet after a few seconds. Well, that's a relief. Sorry. I take the juice pack and begin to drink. It's warm. Oh, Nanaru, that's just cruel. Don't give me that teehee shit. Nanaru sips on an equally warm strawberry milk as she stares at me. Oh, it's milk as well. Oh god, that's horrible. It's like room temperature milk. Ugh.
で、何があったの?
It has to be chilled or it's no good. I take another sip of my drink before answering. It's warm, but it's sweet, and above all, it contains Nanaru's kindness. So it started to rain while we were on our way back from the theater.
そういえば二人ともずぶ濡れになって帰ってきたよね。
We stopped under this awning of some abandoned store while we waited for it to stop.
それで?
I think you know what happened next, Nanaru. She kissed me.
ちょ、待ってお兄ちゃん。今のセリフもう一回お願いしていい?
She took the initiative and then completely reclused afterwards. She kissed me.
ほっぺに?
On the lips. She falls silent, too shocked, I'd expect. That face. Never trust that face. Stop giving me that look, damn it! Are you trying to provoke me?
性欲を?
Provoke my temper, you little shit! I sigh and take another sip of my drink. Well, I'm just glad Nana is being her usual self. So, after she kissed me... Oh. I didn't think it was very long. Guess a bit more happened after that first kiss, I guess. Her lips slowly parted from mine. It was my first kiss, so I was a bit too discomposed to remember what it felt like. All I know is I can still feel the sensation of her lips. I stood there, frozen in place, unable to mutter anything. She looked at me and smiled with a glint of sadness in her eyes.
ごめんね.
After softly apologizing, she moved away from me.
ごめんなさい。兄さん。
Oh. Then she looked up at the sky with the same sadness in her eyes.
雨、止まないね。
Any and all words I could think of to reply with got stuck in my throat. I was forced to sit there and wait until the rain stopped so we could go home. Alright, there was a very big awkward silence afterwards. Right. So then it was super awkward and now they can't interact with each other. I see. She nods after listening to my story, with a look on her face like she grasps the situation.
つまり、すずにキスされてパニクった挙句何も言えず、黙って妹の後をのこのこついていって家に帰ったってわけだね。
Indeed he did. I was expecting that, to be honest. You fucker! You just snorted at me!
いや、だってもう笑うしかないじゃん。
You totally pussied out. That's why. Fine, laugh at me. Laugh at your sad, pathetic brother. You weren't supposed to actually do it. Now she's just rubbing salt into my wounds.
いや、だって笑うしかないじゃん。お兄ちゃんのバカバカ、童貞。
It's kind of funny that a virgin speaks about someone being a virgin. You're a virgin too, bitch!
少女は一度捨てたら終わりだけど、男の童貞は捨てればあとは非童貞で、そっちの方が価値上がるんでしょ？ずるくない？
That is very, very true. That is very true indeed. Well argued, Nanaru. That logic is sound. Yeah, because it's hard as fuck for us guys to lose our virginity. We squat back and forth at each other like a pair of birds, sipping on our juices all the while. Weren't they drinking milk? After a minute or two of exchanging barbs, Nanaru suddenly sighs, smiles, and says to me,
やっとお兄ちゃん元気になった。
She did it in her own way, and that's appreciated. Huh?
映画デートの後、お兄ちゃんもすずもよそよそしくて、うちの空気が重いんだもん。
Nanaru's
怒りそうだった。
Sorry, Nanaru's been doing that a lot in this route, hasn't she? Ooh, hiccup. Sorry.
わかればよろしい。
She nods to herself, and, as much as I hate to admit it, there's no arguing with what she just said. Man, what could I have done differently? You could have given her an answer. What should I have done to Suzu after she kissed me? And my endless stewing over that question had me a negative impact on my family as a whole, it seems. I mean, I know we're gonna have to address the elephant in the room eventually, but like...
わかってるつもりじゃダメじゃん。お兄ちゃんにしかこの問題は解決できないんだから。
Indeed, you've got to be a man. Ugh, you're exactly right.
反論の方法より、すずと仲直りする方法を考えてよ。
She heaves a sigh, closing her eyes before reopening them and continuing.
二人が仲直りしてくれないと、みんなで見ようって言ってたアニメ、一話も消化できないじゃん。
So there's a bit of personal reasons to that, right?
早く見たいのに、お兄ちゃんもすずも用事があるって自分の部屋に逃げちゃうからたまりっぱなしで困るの。私のオタライフ的に。
Oh, I feel bad now. Poor Nanaru. Sorry.
謝らなくていいよ。あくまで私の事情なんだし。
She averts her eyes with a huff. She can pretend it's all about the anime all she wants, but I know her real objective is getting the two of us back on talking terms. Nanaru?
何?
Are you trying to add the Sundara tag to your character profile? I mean, you're already pretty stacked. What with the stepsister, nerd, lover of moe, and jokey personality tags you already have.
感謝の言葉とかないの？気遣ってくれてありがとうとか、そういう流れでしょ、今の。
He's very good at that. Thank you, dearest sister, for worrying about me.
露骨に棒読み。
Just kidding. Thanks, Nanaru.
わー、全然嬉しくない。
As peeved as she's making herself seem, I know that's just her usual act. This is the Nanaru I know and love, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I have to hurry up and do something, for my family's sake, and more importantly, for Suzu's sake. At that moment, we both hear the doorbell ring. Who's that? Mailman?
宅配？もしかして限定生産のセリラフィギュアが届いたのかも。ハッピーフルスイング衣装の。
I really need some more room for my figurines. I don't have enough room to display them all. Drives me nuts. Oh, is that the one you kept going on and on to me about how perfectly made it was?
そうそう。予約開始と同時に申し込んでおいたの。お兄ちゃんの金で。
What? Wherefore? Wherefore have you used my money, sister? Where did she manage that?
人の金で推しのフィギュアが欲しい。
I wish I really want one of Netgear in that case. I want my waifu figurine. How is that a fucking reason for theft? And where did you even get my money from?
お兄ちゃんが持ってる漫画の間に。
Wow, that's kind of an awful place to leave it when you've got nerds in the household. Wait, I put my secret stash of cash in the hentai manga. I want to ask her why she's reading my porn, but the doorbell rings again before I have a chance to. Hold it! We're not finished here!
そんなのあとあと。セリラタン、今行くよ。
She makes a mad dash for the door without even knowing for certain that it's hers. Sometimes I just don't know about that girl.
Come on, セリラ。ってあれ？どちら様ですか？え？
Hmm? The bewilderment in her voice is clearly telling me the people at the door are not who she expected.
そんなの聞いてな。ちょっと
Everything okay, Nanaru? I call out in concern, but get no reply. All I hear instead is the loud thumping of several footsteps. Hey, hey, hey! How's it going, my man? What? Why is there a uniformed entourage of men entering my home?
ちょっと
I see Nanaru standing there, panicked, as a stream of men continue past her. Hey there, bruh. Sorry for the intrusion, pal. Kisha! Wait, what was that last one supposed to be? It's a monster! Shit! What the fuck? Some weird-looking alien dude just walked by. Hold up, what's the meaning of all this?
それがこの人たち引っ越し業者だって。
Oh, don't tell me Suzu's leaving. What? Nobody told me we were moving.
私だって聞いてないし、なんで聞いてないのよ、お兄ちゃんなのに。
I don't know why you're asking me that. Be careful not to bump into anything, bro. The moving people begin carrying boxes out as we stand there in disbelief. I quickly stop someone who looks like he might know what's going on. Excuse me, sir? Yes, what can I do for you? What's going on here? This is our house, but we haven't heard anything about us moving. That certainly is weird. Ah, right. I was told only a single person living here was moving out. Just one? I don't know where this is headed. I really, really, really don't like it. Boxes keep continually going out as I talk to the man. Oh, come on! Are we just gonna ignore this dude who straight up looks like Cthulhu? Of course it's Suzu. Nanaru barrels down the stairs back toward me. Yeah, just listen to this! The sight of my sister screaming, pale face makes my body stop moving entirely. Yep. Nani? Sorry. What? Have a good day now. After packing all of Suzu's personal belongings into the truck, the handsome-looking guy from the moving company smiles and waves goodbye at us. Nanaru and I are completely and utterly stunned, but we can't just stay silent. Did our parents really ask you to do this? Yes, sir. We've already received our advance payment and everything.
やっぱり何かの間違いじゃないですか？本人にさっきから何度も携帯かけてるんですけど、繋がらなくて。
So the parents knew about it as well, huh?
父さんも母さんも連絡取れなくて、だから、せめて繋がるまで。
She pleads with the man, clutching her phone and half in tears. I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're just doing what we've been asked to. See, here's the contract. Let me see that!
お兄ちゃん、私も見せて。
We both pore over the document I practically snatched from the guy.
父さんの字だ。
I don't even need to see my face to know I look just as flabbergasted as Nanaru does. Is that all you wanted? Yes, sir. I have to waste their time any further. All I can do is hang my head in resignation and nod. We'll be on our way then. With a slight expression of relief on his face, the moving guy climbs into his truck and then drives off. Well, this is all sudden, very sudden, and not even the kids knew about it. That's sketchy. Nanaru and I stand rooted to the ground, still in disbelief as we watch the truck disappear into the distance.
Tadaima!
Why are you two so excited? Now of all times? Come on!
お土産買ってきたわよ。シュークリームリムのシュークリーム。
2時間も並んだんだぞ。いやー、大変だった。
I can't help but think that maybe Suzu somehow illegitimately got the father's signature. I can't help but think that's the case. 2 hours?
何こんな大変な時にシュークリームの行列なんて並んでんの？
なんだ？ナナルは食べないのか？
じゃあお母さんが2つもらっちゃおうっ
と。Come on, parents, seriously. 食べる
テレビで話題になってたあのシュークリームだよね。一度食べてみたかったんだ。
Nanaru, now is not the time. Suzu, infinitely less important than choux à la crème? My sister lost to a pastry?
そんなことないし、すずは大事だし。ちょっと2人とも話があります。
シュークリームより大事な話なのか？
Suzu, your own daughter! Seeing how lackadaisical they're acting just infuriates me even more. Why did a bunch of moving people suddenly barge in the house, take all of Suzu's stuff and leave? We can't even get in contact with her. Where is she? Where did she go? Nanaru cowers in fright as I give in to my emotions and start yelling at my parents. I feel bad, but this is something that needs to be done. I'm frightened right now, and furious. Where did my sister go? Dad looks at me as I huff and puff in rage and calmly says,
すずは全寮制の学園に転校することになったんだ。
all this because of a kiss, for fuck's sake. He wears a stone cold countenance as he declares what's happened. What?
なんでそんな急に？もともとすずはうちじゃなくて、その学園に行く予定だったの。
Oh, now the truth comes out, eh?
元の予定に戻った。それだけよ。
What? What the heck? Does that mean she'd already made her decision when we went to the movies together? And that kiss she gave me? A farewell kiss?
じゃあ、すずはこの家出てっちゃうの？
Oh, I don't like this. This is not good at all.
そういうことになるな。
なんで？私何も聞いてない。
I guess they didn't expect them to get along unless she thought it was going to be a more permanent arrangement.
家族なのに、なんで？一人で考えたいことがあるんだって。だったら、なんで教えてくれなかったの？気持ちが揺れちゃうから、二人には内緒にしておいてもらいたいってすずに頼まれたの。だから今日まで言えなかった。
I can't help but think that wasn't necessarily a farewell kiss. She was hoping you'd give her a positive reaction, and when you didn't, she felt like, I've just ruined this all for everyone, so I'm just going to leave, I'll bet. Mom calmly explains herself to Nanaru, who looks like she's going to cry at any second. Still, neither Nanaru nor me are convinced. I can't let things end like this. I still haven't told Suzu how I feel about her. What school? Where's she transferring to?
すまんが、それも言えない。すずに絶対言わないでくれって頼まれたんだ。特に、宗介には。
Alright, Sosuke, it's time for you to become even more insistent than Suzu.
そんな。
Come on, you can't let it end this way.
そんなのってないよ。お父さんのバカ
Oh no, she finally broke.
俺限定？
イエーイ、ママ勝利。イエーイイエーイ、お父さんだけ嫌われた。
Wow, that's not how you should be reacting to that.
子供か。
何茶化してんの？
True, this is not a laughing matter, this is serious. Nanaru is pissed, and to be honest, she has every right to be.
くそ、こうなったら両親の寝室のコンドームに片っ端から針で穴開けてやる。
Is that really a good thing? Is that really a good positive thing to do?
残念でした。我が家にゴムなんてありません。
So you could have a little brother or sister at any day, and you wouldn't realize.
ありません。
I don't want to hear about my parents' sex life, thank you very much. I am seething in anger over this whole situation. But yeah, I'm not just going to sit here and listen to that. Nanaru aggressively wipes her eyes and straightens her posture. After that, she runs off as fast as she can, her twin tails bobbing behind her.
夕飯までには帰ってくるのよ。うっさいバカ
She responds childishly. Man, his parents are so laid back. Everything's happening so fast. I can't keep up. I decide to head on in for the time being and stagger back inside. I walk to Suzu's room and come to a stop, but I just can't bring myself to open her door. Nothing would hurt worse at a time like this than seeing her empty room. Now it's just the same storage room it was until a few months ago. Suzu. My mind returns to that day under the awning as I stand in the hallway, frozen in place. She stood on her tiptoes to kiss me amidst the pouring rain. Suzu is innocent, and pretty shy too. Oh, not in the roots we've seen. So I know something like that must have been incredibly hard for her to do. Yet all I gave her in response was some dopey look.
ごめんね、兄さん。
I still remember that glint of sadness in her eyes. She definitely came to a decision after that, not before. What am I even doing? I've finally gotten my little sister back, yet now we're about to be separated once again. But I'm not a little kid anymore. I have the power to change things. The question I need to ask myself right now is, do I really want this to happen again? Hell no, I don't! I don't know what the hell Suzu or my parents are thinking. But I can't throw in the towel just yet. I still need to tell Suzu. I run down the stairs into the front door.
出かけるのか?
夕飯までに戻ってきてね。
I ignore my parents who are sitting in the living room relaxing. It's probably good he did ignore them, because I'm pretty sure he probably would have said some very nasty things he could really difficult to take back. I go into the yard and unlock my old bike for the first time in what feels like forever. Then I climb onto the seat and begin pedaling as fast as my legs can. Gotta find that truck! It's been less than 10 minutes since it left. I don't know where they're taking Suzu's stuff, but I can't imagine they're going to use the closest prefectural road to get there. As long as I take all the shortcuts cars can't, I should make it on time. Let's do this! I pep myself up as I rely on my memory, swerving between the main streets and side alleys. I'll go as far as I need to, even if it takes me outside the prefecture. I'll do anything to see Suzu just one more time. The pedals are spinning as fast as they possibly can. I may be a scrawny nerd, but I'm going to show the world what I'm capable of. Ah! My surroundings blur as I whiz on past. My fear of not finding her is locked in a vicious battle with my determination to find her. I come out of an alleyway, turn a corner, and... there it is! Gotcha! It's the same truck from earlier. You don't get many moving vans in the countryside, so there isn't a doubt in my mind. But it's still too early to be celebrating. Okay, just gotta keep the luck going. I'm gonna see Suzu. I'm gonna see Suzu! But my luck ran flat. The speed difference between a bike and a truck is just far too insurmountable. The truck is getting further and further away. And when we get to the shopping district, I lose sight of it completely. Where did it go? Where did it go, damn it? Mommy, that man over there has bloodshot eyes. Look closely and look hard, dearie. That's the look of a warrior. Someday you too will join the battlefield we adults call the real world. Mommy, you're scaring me. Shit, what am I gonna... I survey my surroundings frantically, including the child who's crying and pointing at me for some reason. There are several roads here that link to prefectural ones. It's do or die. I gotta pick one and go with it. 3 main roads, left, middle, or right. Sky. Oh, great. We're gonna bookmark it.
Bookmark していいの?
It has to be Suzu's voice as well. It's really important. Okay, guys, I need to quickly take a leak. I'll be back shortly. Stick around, please. Okay, guys, thanks for waiting. I'm back now. Alright. Go right down the middle, right? Keep moving forward. What the fuck was that last choice? Why was up an option? Did the truck grow wings and fly over or something? What is this, the magical school bus? Ah! I flinch in response to the sudden ringing of my phone. I hurriedly reached in my pocket and answer it. Suzu?
お兄ちゃん
Damn it. I knew it'd be her, but still, damn it. Nanaru? My momentary delight quickly turns into sorrow. I feel bad for saying this, but God, I wish that had been Suzu calling me. Sorry, I don't have time to talk. I gotta chase after that truck.
お兄ちゃん聞いて
I was about to hang up the call, but Nanaru's unusually solemn tone of voice stops my fingers.
正直に答えて鈴のこと
Ah, yes. We've got to answer this question before we can finally go after Suzu. What do you mean? Like in what way? As a family member? As a sister? Those would be the obvious implications, but I can tell from Nanaru's voice that she means in an entirely different way.
もう一度聞くよ鈴のこと好き
Doesn't matter if you're blood related or not, this is important. She's asking if I'm attracted to her. I deliberate for a moment. If I actually tell someone, if I actually admit as such to Nanaru, then there's no going back. Maybe so, but it's something I have to do. Yeah, I like her. I honestly do. I might regret saying this later, but I know I'd regret not being able to see her again so much more.
そっか
I feel like I can see Nanaru nodding on the other side of the phone. Her voice contains tingles of mostly sadness and happiness, but also relief.
お兄ちゃん今から学園の前に行って校門前
Ooh? What for? There's no school today.
よく聞いて鈴は今日茜先輩と会うの今から B 研の部室で
Oh, so that's why she kept seeing Akane.
鈴が転校予定の学園に茜先輩の親戚が通ってるのそれで親戚の人が今日遊びに来るんだってだから
So they're meeting in front of the school? Alright. It's not too far from here to the school. I tell Nanaru thanks, hoping to quickly hang up and get going.
お兄ちゃん
She stops me, calling to me in a frail voice.
お兄ちゃん覚えてる私が迷子になった時のこと
Yeah, he's literally doing the same thing with Suzu this time, isn't he? Yeah. What's she doing bringing that up now? Either way, I can't hang up on her after that. You got lost, and I ran around everywhere looking for you. That was the day when Nanaru and I became true brother and sister. I could never forget such an important day.
鈴もさきっとあの時の私と同じような気持ちだと思うんだ
Yep, I believe she does. You mean she's lost too?
道っていうか人生っていうか生き方の迷子ってやつあの子一人で頑張ってるけど手口が分かんなくて苦しくてどうしようもないってレベルで迷子になっちゃってるだから見つけてあげてお兄ちゃん
Go rescue her and be her only Oni-chan / lover.
昔私を見つけてくれたみたいに鈴のこと見つけて
Nanaru. I can't understand why she's telling me all of this now. But what I do know is that Nanaru treasures Suzu as an irreplaceable part of our family. Alright, I got this. It's time to shine as her big brother.
任せたお兄ちゃん
I swear that I'll bring her back. Nanaru put her faith in me, so I won't let her down. Thanks, Nanaru.
で待ってるね
Suzu, not enough of a present for you? With her final little joke to push me on, I cut the call and begin pedaling as fast as I can. Just wait for me, Suzu. I'm coming for you right now. I have no idea how fast I'm going right now. I'm starting to hear a rattling sound coming from the bike, or on second thought, that could very well be coming from my own legs. I wouldn't be surprised if they battered and bruised from all the insane pedaling I've been doing. My breath is ragged and my vision clouded. And doing that pant really did make my vision cloud a second. I'm starting to lose sense of what I'm doing, but then I see her. Even with my blurred vision, I can make her face out crystal clear. And the sheer look of surprise on it. Suzu! The tires screech against the ground as I come to a fast halt. I jump off the bike, allowing it to clatter to the pavement. I can't... Nay, Akane-senpai told... Whoa! As I attempt to catch my breath and approach her, my legs buckle. Suzu has to rush over to keep me from falling. Suzu! I use the momentum from my fall to pull her into a tight embrace. Please, don't leave me, Suzu. Don't leave me ever again. When you were a little girl, you promised me you'd marry me when you grew up. So if your mind hasn't changed, please stay. I barely managed to wring those words out of the dried out throat. Honestly, I wish I could have done this in a more relaxed setting. I probably look sad as hell, struggling to catch my breath. Probably, yeah, but this is important. But even if I look sad, I was able to say something I was never able to do as a kid. Even if my body is in pain, my heart feels warm. Her eyes open wide in surprise as she trembles in my arms. Of course I did. What kind of big brother would forget a promise with his little sister? Because that's why she was trying to run away. We made a promise, Suzu, and that's all that matters. A single tear spills from the corner of her eye. Then another, and another, and before long, she's sobbing. Maybe she sees this as another step on the ladder to becoming the perfect woman for him. What? You think I'd forget? She should have more faith in her brother, come on. She clings to me as she lets it all out. She's usually so calm and composed, but there's none of that present here. She's crying just as strongly as she did when we had to say goodbye as kids. Don't leave me ever again, Suzu. If that's what you want, then it's okay. She mutters that barely audibly enough for me to hear. Well, there you go. Sweet home Alabama, here we come, guys. Thank you, Suzu. Sorry, I didn't realize you were trying to move away. Especially when she didn't know if you wanted to be her groom or not. Do you still want to transfer? I timidly ask her. I know how stubborn Suzu can be. Even after all of this, she might still insist on going through with it. That's why I need to convince her. Please don't go. Don't leave me behind, Suzu. Well done, well done. Thank you, Suzu. Hearing those tear-filled words fill me with relief. The only thing keeping me from falling to my knees right now is the desire to look cool in front of the girl I like. What is it? I'll do anything you want. A passionate kiss. Her cheeks flush red with embarrassment as she looks at me straight on.
してほしい。
Of course she'd feel like she'd have to ask. You got it. I nod, and she then closes her eyes with resolve. I can see her lips trembling faintly, a sign of how nervous she is. But I'm no different. My lips press against hers for only a few seconds. Yet, never before in my life have a few seconds felt this satisfying. I love you too, Suzu. There you go, she's going in with the tongue. We kiss again, and again, and again. Okay, maybe not with the tongue. This is our way of confirming these feelings of ours that we've just laid bare. I hear the sound of the call being disconnected. Oni-chan just hung up on me. Despite the noise signaling that the call is over, I can't bring myself to hang up. Not that it matters really. He did it first. The call is already over.
めんどくさいお兄ちゃん思っちゃったな。
And now Nanaru's the one who has to hide her romantic feelings now. I never expected him to be this much of a nuisance when I first met him. But he probably thinks I'm just as annoying. Guess we're even.
いいの?
Oh, Kane! Thank you! Crap! I totally forgot Akane-senpai is standing next to me.
すみません、いろいろ面倒かけて。面倒とかは別にいいけど、急に電話が来た時は驚いた。すみませんね。でもタイミングとしてはパーフェクト。今から鈴を迎えに行くところだったから。
Well done, Nanaru. That was some quick thinking you did there, getting Akane.
お、マジっすか？じゃあ私ジャストタイミングだったんですね。私ってばラッキーガール、イエーイ！
Oh, and that's her way of hiding her crushed feelings, I guess. Come on, even Akane can tell.
怒ってます？なんで？ポケットに入ってた茜先輩のお菓子を奪って知ってること全部喋ってください。さもないとこのお菓子たちは海の木図になるぞって脅したから。
Freaking hell, Nanaru. That was some quick thinking, but geez, that's a bit cruel.
別に怒ってない。
She goes on to reach down into the stocking on her right leg.
まだある。
Of course she does. She is the snack queen, isn't she?
ミーソの間からお菓子出てきた。何ですかそれ？暗殺者が足首に銃を隠し持つように先輩はお菓子を隠し持ってる的な理論？
Surely you'd be able to see them sticking out of her stockings, wouldn't you?
何かあった時のために。
Unless it's on the back of her stockings, so you don't really look.
いやー、熊に追いはぎにあった時ぐらいにしか役に立ちそうにないですけど。
I don't think candy would be good for a bear anyway, unless it's actual, like, snacks. And even then, I'm pretty sure a bear could sniff out the candy no matter where you hide it.
いや、でも人質ならぬ貸し質を取るのはやりすぎました。すみません。お返しします。
Oh dear. For some reason, she stares fixedly at me as I give the candy back.
どうしました？
She returns the candy to her pocket in silence. Then, while continuing to stare at me, she speaks.
ナナルはそれでいいの？それって何がです？
You can't hide it from her.
この状況。何言ってるんですか？いいに決まってるじゃないですか。
Because that answer isn't exactly convincing, even me. I answer immediately with a laugh. This uncharacteristic seriousness of hers is making me anxious and a little scared.
私が好きなのはホモだけど。何ですか急に。というかそれくらい知ってますって。
But what about you?
ホモを読むって恋愛ものを読むってことだから。それもハードルが多いやつ。
My shoulders are stiff, man.
ああ、ごめんなさい。私って不女子用語詳しくないんで。それじゃお休みのところ失礼しました。また学園で。
I bring the conversation to a swift end and leave Akane-senpai's house. I can feel her eyes boring into my back, but that feeling vanishes as I turn the corner.
これでいいのかって、いいに決まってるでしょ。
In a sense, yes, but...
このままだと鈴は転校しちゃうんだし、鈴はお兄ちゃんに来てもらうのが一番嬉しいだろうし。
Oh, Nanaru.
子守へナナルはクールに去るぜ。
Okay. I giggle to myself as I walk back home. I know Oni-chan will come back with Suzu. There's no doubt in my mind. But their relationship will no longer be of what it used to. It'll have evolved into the kind of relationship Suzu desires. And likewise, the kind of relationship Oni-chan desires. I'd be there when they get back to greet them with a smile. I'll make a big fuss over it, blowing all their worries and worries over with what's happened and what's to come. We'll have a grand old time. After all, that's what I'm good at. Cheering people on. Or cheering people up even. It's my time to shine.
恋愛は自由って言うし、ホモが OK なら別に兄弟でもいいじゃん。ね。
If there's love, maybe, but you know, it's still not considered. It's still taboo. Doesn't matter. But you know, this is fiction, not real life. So you know, it's fine. I speak not to anyone in particular. It's like I'm trying to convince myself. And there we are. Don't worry, Nanaru. You got your happy ending already. But for some reason, the anxiety comes back. I take my phone out of my pocket. Then I press it to my ear. I can still hear the beeping of a disconnected call. It signifies our conversation has ended. And your romantic feelings have ended as well. The conversation isn't the only thing that's ended though. And I need to face up to that. Aww. Tiny droplets splash against my phone screen. I really am glad my phone is waterproof right now. I take the phone away from my ear, but the beeping just won't stop. It's like a needle to my ear. It's the sound of my broken heart.
Bye bye. 私の初恋。
Aww. Considering Nanaru was the first route I did, that particularly hurts. There is no sign that signals the blossoming of a love, but the one that heralds its end hurts more than anything else. Without something as definite as this sound though, I probably would have racked my brains over this incessantly. How did I fall in love with my own brother? And how did I fall in love with the same person as my little sister?
これでよかったんだよね。
I'm glad my broken heart came with such happiness. Thanks to this, we can stay as one happy family. A family full of the people I love, people I'll always look out for.
これでよかったんだね。
This time unfortunately, but don't worry. We've seen Nanaru have her happy end with Oni-chan. Okay. I think it'll probably, I don't know. Let's see how many routes that Nanaru had. 6. I'm not sure. Do I just go all the way through to the end? Means I might completely like push aside the new game I was going to play today, but a part of me would just like some closure, you know, some proper ending. Because I think there's only be one more like part to her route. If Nanaru only had like 6, as we can see here, well, it would be 7 technically, but you know, that's like another hour. And that's at least, Just like that part that road I'm highlighting. It could be one more stream. Fuck it. We're going all in. We're gonna end the game today. We kissed again and again, oblivious to our surroundings. But before we realized, it had already gotten dark out. It may be the weekend, but we're still damn lucky nobody caught us making out in front of the school. We're siblings related by blood. I'm well aware that our relationship is that of one that just cannot be open about. Still though, it's hard to control your feelings at times, and I know Suzu probably feels the same. She softly mutters that as our lips part. I feel a pang of reluctance as her soft, flushed face moves away from me. Just looking at it gives me the urge to kiss her again, but I restrain myself. Guess it's about time we go home. We bring our hands together and gently grip them. After that, we quietly begin our walk back home beneath the bright streetlights and the soft moonlight. The way we're holding our hands is slightly awkward, but I've sworn to myself that I'll never let go of her hand ever again. We're back! I had a feeling they realized this was going to happen. Mum and Dad welcome us back with soft smiles. I feel Suzu anxiously tighten her grip on my hand. It's going to be interesting how they take it. I can only imagine how she must be feeling right now. On the very day she told them she would be leaving, she shows back up with no warning. However, you'll be alright. I softly whisper that to her in her ear and squeeze down on her hand to reassure her. Mom, Dad, I have something important to... Come on, Nanaru, you said you'd support them. Why'd you have to choose this exact moment to butt in? Man, what is it with this girl? She's totally snarky. Why'd you look like an assistant director who's accidentally just been caught by the live broadcast camera? Yeah, I guess it is. What is wrong with you, Sosuke?
ウィットに富んだ説明をしようとして意図を分かりやすく伝える本来の目的を捨ててしまう本末転倒ってやつだな。
Can't believe it. Is this conversation really necessary right now? All I wanted was to make Nanaru feel even a teensy bit remorseful for her actions. Why are they treating me like the one who's in the wrong here? This is just unfair. Anyway, just listen to me. Realizing that my family is on the verge of throwing me an intervention, I hurriedly tried to bring the conversation back on track. I want Suzu to stay here, in our house. I know all of you guys have done a lot of thinking to get to this point, but I... Of course she did. No getting past Momiji.
だから言っただろ?
Or you, to be fair. Huh? My name is Komorie Sosuke. Never in my entire life have I ever begged for something this hard, and yet my parents just gave in like it was nothing. Hold on. Why are they so calm? This is weird. I was getting ready for a showdown.
これからは喧嘩なんてするんじゃないぞ。妹を泣かせるような真似をしたら父さん許さんからな。
Ah, well yeah, I won't.
へえ、昔泣かせるようなことをした張本人さんが何を言ってるのかしら？かしらどうなのかしら？
I guess she's got a point.
すみませんでした。
And of course he'll give in with no fight.
苦しゅうない。
負けた。
He did. He's such a folder.
父さん秒で負けた。
Can you buffoons listen to me for a second? Everything is such a complete reversal of my expectations that it's almost driving me to insanity. Like, look, hold up. Wasn't Suzu about to transfer schools?
でも、鈴したくないでしょ？転校。
ごめんなさい。
If only Sosuke could have been honest from the start, then this whole situation would not have happened. It's his fault.
違うだろう、すず。母さんが聞いてるのは転校したいかしたくないかってことだ。
Come on, Suzu. You can be straight with us.
どうなんだ？
Suzu flinches as Dad suddenly cuts the funny business and gets serious. She probably worried about all the money my parents already spent on the transfer process. It's clear as day that she doesn't know what to do. Should she ask to come back, even after burdening them already? But her hesitation is short-lived. She quickly puts on a stern face as she states her desire.
お父さん、ママ、ごめんなさい。でも私、転校したくない。
Good on you, Suzu.
この家にいたい。みんなと、兄さんと一緒に暮らしたい。いいよ。
Wow, that was easy. Am I the only one confused here?
そうだ。二人とも夕飯どうする？
Just like, we knew you'd never commit to it, so we don't mind.
夕飯？
食材は買ってきたんだけど、なんかメニューが決まらなくて。
Maybe Suzu has some ideas of what to make.
何買ってきたの？
玉ねぎとこしあん。
That's kind of restricted. That's not much of a choice. What are you even supposed to make with those? I feel like this whole transfer thing should take priority over deciding on what to eat for dinner. But my parents just give a swift okay, and now they're acting like it never happened. Are they all right in the head? I don't think so. Does anyone watching think so? Maybe they're just super accepting.
冷蔵庫の中、食材まだあるよね。
She's gonna roll up her sleeves and make something delicious. Despite all my anxieties, Suzu looks relatively unfazed. In fact, she looks really determined.
私、ご飯作ってもいい？
いいの？
私作りたい。
To even pay back a little bit of all the moving expenses they've already done. You don't need to feel like you have to, Suzu. For one thing, all they brought was fucking onions and bean paste. Even I know those are two things that should be kept far apart, and I can't cook to save my life.
大丈夫。卵とか買い置きの乾物とかもいろいろあるもん。それに、迷惑かけちゃったから。
Let her take some responsibility.
すず。
迷惑なわけがあるものか。
Yeah.
お父さん。
Suzu's eyes open wide in response to his calm inquiry.
すずが自分の意思でこの家に留まりたいと言ってくれた。
He never wanted his daughter to leave again either, I'm sure.
だけどそれ以上にすずが自分の本当の気持ちを打ち明けてくれたことが父さんは一番嬉しいんだ。
お父さん。
宗介、ありがとう。すずを引き止めてくれて。
If only he knew to what extremes he got her to stop. Dad? I guess Dad really wanted Suzu to stay here too. But since she said that she wanted to leave, he put his own feelings aside to support her decision. I can't profess to understand how horrible Dad must have felt at the prospect of having to see his daughter slip out of his hands a second time. Yet I'm almost painfully aware of how much he treasures her as his daughter.
ありがとう、お父さん。
Aww. She thanks him in the brightest voice she can manage, fighting back the tears as she smiles at him.
おいしいご飯作るね。着替えてくるからちょっと待ってて。
I don't think any of your stuff's still here, is it? She scurries off to her own room, looking happy, relieved, and somewhat embarrassed all at the same time. And I'm sure she'll be even more embarrassed when she comes back. I look on with a smile on my face, as does the rest of the family.
お兄ちゃん。
Hmm?
よかったね、すずのこと。
I'm glad both the sisters on their routes were able to put their feelings aside. Yeah. But I owe you a thanks, Nanaru. I couldn't have done it without you.
私は何もしてないよ。
She's awful at being modest. She grins at me cheekily, but I get the feeling she's hiding other emotions behind that smile. Yeah. Normally she'll lavishly eat up any praise we throw at her, but she's acting rather humble today. Maybe something happened. He was unaware of her feelings. But just as I'm thinking about asking her about it, she regains control of the conversation.
あ、そうだ。はい、お兄ちゃんこれ。
She pulls out a light brown envelope and holds it out towards me. What's this? I slowly peer inside to find 10,000 yen?
セリラフィギュア買うためにお兄ちゃんから借りてたお金返すわ。
Of course, that's what she said, didn't she? You are?
なんでそんなに驚くの？
I was like dead certain you were just going to avoid the topic until I forgot about it.
そんなことするわけないじゃん。いくらお兄ちゃんだからといって。
Let me just stop you right there. You totally could have done. This is just a unique situation.
お兄ちゃんだからこそ金銭関係はちゃんとしないとダメだと思うんだよね。
Who are you and what have you done with Nanaru? Nanaru, I'm so proud of you. I start growing teary-eyed at how much my little sister has grown as a person, until I realize. Hold up! Didn't you steal the money out of my manga because you didn't have enough yourself? Where'd this fat wad of cash come from?
臨時収入。
I'm sorry. What?
しょぼーん。
Shaking down your dad, huh? It came from Dad? She's extorting Dad to pay back her debts?
いやー、だってさ、ほら、いろいろあったからさ。
So you demanded compensation for all the trouble.
だってさ、すずが転校するのに私たちに黙ってるとか普通に裏切りじゃん。だから、その、慰謝料みたいな感じ？
Sorry I'm drinking so much, but I just haven't had a lot to drink today. I can't believe you! Dad was hurting just as much, you know, and he had to keep silent about it. Put yourself in his shoes.
じゃあその1万円返して。
No? If I do that, I'll still be out of 10k that Nanaru borrowed. Stole from me.
ずるくないそれ。
Unfair, my ass! You're the one who stole my savings!
まあまあ、二人とも落ち着け。あ、
That from him was definitely a light bulb moment kind of What is it that... Yep, she forgot all her stuff's been packed away. My question is immediately drowned out by Suzu's wall-rattling scream. I hear the rapid patter of footsteps, and before long she reappears in the living room.
私の部屋の荷物が全部なくなってるんだけど。
I can't believe she forgot!
お昼頃に引っ越し屋さんが全部運んでいったよ。嘘！それどういうこと？
Because you were gonna move! What do you mean? You were moving to the dorm at the other school today, no? That's why you left so early.
違うよ。転校先の下見に行っただけで、まだ転校届も何も出してないもん。
A little bit of miscommunication, I think. Say what?
どういうことよ。
Nana and I both shoot each other looks of utter confusion. Mom and Dad made it sound like you're transferring today.
私もそう思ってた。しないよ。もしそうなら、茜先輩の親戚の人と今日この町で待ち合わせなんてしないでしょ。
Now that she mentions it. Yeah, good point. Akane-senpai's cousin goes to that school, so they could have just met there. That's the kind of hole you'd never overlook in a story under normal circumstances. But Nana and I were so worked up over the whole transfer news that it completely flew over our heads.
その、
Dad clears his throat in an exceedingly suspicious manner.
そういえば、引っ越し屋のお兄さんがご両親の了解はもらってるって言ってたけど。
Indeed he did. And we saw the signatures to prove it.
お父さん、ママ、一体何をしたの？
いや、その、鈴の様子を見てると、 本当は引っ越したくないけど、もうこの家にはいちゃいけないみたいな感じで思い詰めてて。ほら、すずは結構頑固だろ。だからその引っ越し業者をやってる友人に協力してもらって一芝居打ってもらったんだ。
Why?
芝居で鈴の部屋空っぽにしたの？
Exactly. That seems like a little much effort.
あれくらいやらないと宗介もナナルも騙せないと思って。
お父さん！
You're a bad man. He breaks out in a cold sweat as all three of us kids slowly corner him. I mean, what was he expecting? Mom just watches on, apathetic to his plight. I told you so is written all over her face. I have a feeling Dad faced some very fierce opposition from Mom.
大丈夫だ。荷物は一時的に持ち出しただけで、そろそろ戻ってくるはずだから。
At that moment, Dad's phone screen lights up indicating that he's got a text.
お、ちょうど友達からメールが来たぞ。きっともうすぐこっちに戻ってくるって連絡。
どうしたのあなた？顔真っ青よ。
It's probably the guy asking, so where's the person who's gonna collect the stuff? Everything okay?
いや、その引っ越し屋の友達がちょっとトラブルに巻き込まれたとかで。
What kind of trouble could that be?
今日中にこっちに戻ってこれないって。
Well, you can't feel sympathy for someone. He had it coming.
私の本は DVD は通販で買ったレプリカのモーニングスターは
You'll get it, I'm sure. Why the heck do you have something like that? Yeah, Morningstar's a mace, isn't it? She doesn't care for anime goods, supposedly, but has an interest in replica weapons? Not that that matters right now.
荷物は無事だそうだ。ただ今日中に戻ってこれないってだけで。
So what's she gonna do?
だから言ったじゃない。その友達本当に信用できるのって。
すまん。でもいいやつなんだよ。
I certainly hope so. What could he be doing with that stuff?
そりゃ中身はいいやつかもしれないわよ。でもそれ以上に外見はタコみたいじゃない。
Alright, that's the monster guy, isn't it? What the hell? Your friend was the Cthulhu looking dude? Here I was thinking his friend was the responsible looking dude we spoke to. But no! It was the fucking alien!
父さんの人間関係どうなってんの？
And that's the thing. Why does he know a Cthulhu monster? What?
それより私はどうすればいいの？
True. What's Suzu gonna do? Crap, yeah. What is Suzu supposed to do? Her shriek brings me back to reality. The biggest problem facing us right now is what she's going to do about tonight.
私寝る場所もパジャマもないんだよ。
すまない。俺が悪かった。
And how are you going to make up for it, hmm? He gets down on his knees and buries his forehead into the flooring.
父さん。
Whoa, Dad! You don't have to go that far! It's no wonder that both of us are perturbed by him stripping himself of all dignity and honor he has to the parental figure.
お父さん、顔を上げて。
すず、許してくれるのか。
She looks like she will, but...
お父さんが頭下げても荷物が返ってくるわけじゃないから。
I knew it!
めちゃくちゃ怒ってる。
She's a girl who collects replica weapons. He could very well die tonight. Dad starts trembling and squealing at the stone-cold smile he's being faced with. Can't say I blame him. I'd be pissing my pants for sure if she looked at me like that.
パジャマと下着はあるわよ。今朝洗濯して乾いたのがあるはずだから。
Mommy G to the rescue! Mom finally butts in with a wry smile. She was probably beginning to feel a little sad for Dad. I mean, the poor guy looks like he's melting with all the sweat dripping from about down his forehead.
そうなの？でも寝る場所どうしよう。
You can sleep with Nanaru or Sosuke.
お兄ちゃんのベッドで一緒に寝たらいいんじゃない？
Yeah, I thought so. Aha! Hello there, Martin. You missed quite a lot, I have to say. I wasn't actually aiming to stream this game for that long, but I think I'm near enough the end that I was just decided to fuck it and just finished it. Huh? I can only stare blankly at Nanaru after hearing that wild proposal. You do need to consummate your relationship now, right? Right? You little... She's fucking caught on to us. She knows we're dating and everything. What kind of bonkers ass proposal is that?
だってすずのベッドないんでしょ。うちにソファーなんて洒落たものないし。
Yeah, yeah. Where is the couch anyway? I don't think we've ever seen this front room, have we? Why not with you then? 2 girls, 1 bread, no problems. Wait, I said bread, didn't I? Whoops. 2 girls, 1 bed, no problems.
ああ、無理無理。私って寝相悪いから、朝になったらすずを全裸にしちゃってるかもだし。
Wow, that is quite lewd. How is that even possible? I think even the most skilled sleepwalker would still have trouble stripping someone. Go on. You got a chance to stick it in, she's giving it you. Stop that! 1 go, 2 goes. God damn it. That shit-eating grin. I'm pissed, but I can't say anything back. Look, I know I've always dreamed of this, but it still feels a little early for me to be consummating my relationship with my blood-related little sister. The angel on our shoulder is like, it's okay to not give in to your more carnal desires, but the devil on the other shoulder is like, you're a man, aren't you? Then it's time you get on your Oscar Mayer wet tonight. Okay, I'll just calm down and... Nope, not happening. Not happening at all. Nanaru, you little... Of course she is! Oh, what? It's time, indeed, to get his Oscar Mayer wet. What?
よーし、問題解決だ。すずも同居継続が決まったことだし、明日はお祝いに外食行くか。焼肉。
あら、いいわね。楽しみ。
A way to wriggle out of her ire, I guess.
それはそれとして、後でお話がありますので、覚悟してくださいね。
He deserves it, let's be fair.
はい。
Mom shoots him a stern glare, and Dad dejectedly nods. I'll just let her handle his punishment. Add on top of that would just be overkill. She's gonna make herself nice and clean. Wait, hold up. Why are you panting? Could you stop that already? Needless to say, Nanaru's proposal was accepted. Without anywhere else to sleep, it was decidedly by every member of the household, except me, that she would sleep with me. I'm currently in my room waiting for her. She's really taking her time. She offered the bath to me first, so I obliged. She got in after, but it's been about an hour and a half since. She looking to share his bath water. What is she doing in there? I was super antsy and restless for the first hour or so, but now I'm just getting plain worried. I try reading a magazine I have near my bedside to calm me down, but it isn't helping. I know girls usually take longer baths than guys, but Suzu never takes this long. Wait, what if she got a head rush and fainted? I start imagining the worst case scenario, but thankfully, that's when my worries are eased. Noa? Suzu comes blasting into my room, gasping for breath. She doesn't have much hair to dry though, why would it take so long? Oh no, I don't mind. Just reading to pass the time. I grab a nearby manga and show it to her.
お姉さんに全部お任せしちゃっていいよ。
Ah! Why was the fuck was my hentai manga there? Wait, I can explain. Well, actually, it shouldn't have been there in the first place. What kind of black magic is this? I know I switched up the location I hid those after the last time Suzu and Nanaru found them. Actually, wait. This hentai is the one I stored that money in. Fuck! It all makes sense now. Nanaru! The least that thieving bitch could have done is put the damn thing back where she found it.
兄さんは妹より姉の方がいいの？
Gag, like him equally. Huh?
やっぱり胸もナナルくらい大きい方がいいの？
No, that wasn't why I said her name. I just, I like boobs that are just big enough to fit in my hands. I end up blurting out something I hope sounds reasonable. I know I'm going to regret saying that later. Now's the time to be worrying, but now's not the time to be worrying about that.
でもそれ。
Well, she's on to you. What a cold stare. You'd never think she professed her love to me a few hours ago. Look, this hentai manga is just one I buy every month. It differs every month, and this is just happened to be big sister focused.
毎月買ってるエロ漫画。
Stop it, Sosuke. You're digging your hole deeper. Ah! Crap. I just admitted my buying porn habits.
兄さん。
Yes? My sisters tremble as she speaks to me in a flat tone. Our first day in the relationship and things have already gone sour. Her face is just scary enough to make me think that might be so. All I can do is wait for her to continue.
来月からはこういうの買っちゃう嫌だよ。
Cause you have her now. Yes, ma'am. I won't buy... Wait. Is this going where I think it's going?
私頑張るから。頑張るから。
Aw, she's so sincere, isn't she? Why are you getting all close to me? The sight of that glisten in her eyes kickstarts my fight or fight instincts. Or reflexes. Cut me some slacks, fellas. I'm a virgin here.
私、兄さんのためなら、姉にもママにも女王様にもなるから。
All the domineering ones. That pattern totally died there at the end.
兄さんのためなら何でもできるもん。
Yes, sweet home Alabama. This isn't about can or can't.
だって。
She starts to sulk in a slight bit. Though she seemed embarrassed, she keeps her eyes locked on mine.
兄さんが私以外の女の子にドキドキするって考えたら寂しくなっちゃうから。
Aww, poor Suzu. Huh?
他の女の子を絶対に見ないってことは無理だって分かってるから。だからあんまりエッチな目で見ないでもらえたらなって。
She sure is honest, isn't she, guys?
でもわがまま言う頑張るから。
Suzu.
ダメかな。
She stares at me, eyes upturned, face bright red. Despite how silly the whole roleplay bit was, her face is dead serious now. Since Suzu is shorter than me, I can slightly see her down her shirt right now. Yeah. Sure, she isn't quite as busty levels, but as far as boobage goes, she's got more than enough. Fuck! What are you thinking, Komori Sosuke? Your little sister's tits are right in front of you. What more does a man need? I'll try my best to comply with your wishes, Suzu. Yeah. If it really means that much to you, I'm ready to give it up. Just say the word, and I'll toss out every last bit of porn I have in here. I'm not a man that goes back on his word. She hugs me tightly. The softness of her breasts pushing against me through her thin pajama shirt makes my heart race. Adios, hentai manga collection. It was nice knowing you. Alas, my sister is more important to me than you are. But are you sure? You know what this means, right?
セックスでしょ?
Doing the Yep. You're not gonna, like, beat around the bush or anything. I thought you were more innocent than Suzu.
犯罪系の作品にグロとエロはつきものだよ。
I guess that's not wrong. Wait, then why did you always freak out when you saw my porn before?
その3次元のエロはちょっと体勢がなくて。
Right. I mean, 2D porn and 3D porn are pretty different.
だからその私に体勢をつけてほしいの。
Alright. I'll see what I can do. And sexy time. Though you don't get to see, this is not a porn stream. After finishing the deed, Suzu and I crawl into bed. For a while we say nothing, just staring into each other's eyes.
兄さん。
I hear a soft mutter from amidst the darkness. What's up? Are you feeling okay?
下のお腹のところがちょっと変な感じするけど。
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Boy, I'm hungry. I'll get through the end though, don't worry.
それより兄さんに女の子として愛してもらえすごく嬉しい。
Even if he's your sister, you are a very beautiful lady. You don't regret it?
してないよ。後悔なんて。
Her words are gentle, yet firm. I feel an immense amount of happiness, but also a sense of dread. Hey, Suzu.
分かってる。私たちがこうなったこと、みんなに絶対バレないようにするから。もちろん、お父さんとママにも内緒。
Because they finally done the dirty, even though they're blood related, and society does not approve of those relationships. Sorry it has to be this way, Suzu.
大丈夫だよ。あ、でもナナルは知ってるみたいだったね。
Yeah, sorry. When we were searching for you, I kinda mentioned something.
大丈夫。ナナルは察しがいいから話さなくてもいつか気づいちゃうもん。
That is true, but that's only because she had romantic feelings for him too. Sorry. I'm sure Nanaru will be on our side, but as for my parents, I can't even imagine how hard it'll be for Suzu to hide this from them. But telling them the truth will do none of us any good. Of course, I'm delighted at the fact that I've slept with the girl I love, but at the same time, the heavy burden placed on me and my sense of responsibility is causing my chest to ache.
そんな顔しないで、兄さん。
She flashes a sweet smile.
私は兄さんと結ばれたこと、絶対に。
Oops, sorry.
でも、
Oh, sorry about that. I had a bit of the hunger shakes. Made me tap the button again.
私は兄さんと結ばれたこと、絶対に後悔なんてしないから。でも、
Okay, we're back. Her smile then vanishes, and she looks me straight in the eye.
私、少し前まで兄さんと再会したことを後悔してたの。
Because you didn't think the feelings were mutual, did you? Huh? I shoot her a look of confusion, asking for clarification. She quietly continues.
兄さんに再会して 毎日毎日少しずつ兄さんのことが好きになって、だんだんその気持ちが抑えきれなくて、このままじゃ兄さんに迷惑かけちゃうって思って、兄さんに嫌われるって。
Oh, how naively wrong she was in the end. So that's why you tried to leave? She nods with a guilty face.
ありがとう兄さん、私の気持ち受け入れてくれて。
No, I should be apologizing to you. I totally forgot that I promised you we'd get married.
気にしてないよ。だって子供の頃の話だもん。忘れてて当然だと思ってたから。思い出してくれたのは私にとって奇跡みたいなものだから。
How naive you were, little Suzu. But still, Suzu's saying that it's enough, but it still doesn't feel like so to me.
じゃあお詫びに私のお願い聞いてくれる？
Sure, as long as you don't ask for my thing.
もうそんなこと言わないよ。
You just did it. I'm sure she's more than satisfied. And yet I know she was dead serious when she asked for it when we were kids. If you remember last time I streamed it, she asked for his wee-wee. If I hadn't put up a firm objection, she really might have plucked it from between my legs.
あの時は子供だったから男の子の体とかよくわからなかったんだもん。
You've got to admit, yeah, she wouldn't know that way. Well, if you say so. So what do you want me to do then?
ね、キスして。
It's sweet. She only ever asks for a kiss. She never asks for more. That's really sweet. What? That's all?
ダメ？
She stares at me anxiously, somewhat pleadingly. Now that I think about it, she really ever asks me for things. It probably took a considerable amount of courage just for her to ask for that kiss a few seconds ago. Nah, of course not. I embraced my anxious little sister and placed my lips on hers. Sweet. The next day after school, we gather in the club room as usual. The topic of conversation is, well, needless to say...
そっか。転校をやめたんだ。
Yeah, the transfer.
はい、いろいろ迷惑をかけてすみませんでした。迷惑ってほどでも、いとこはもともとうちに来る予定だったし。
Because that's what Suzu had been asking Akane when she said they were having discussions after school about how her new school would have been. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
いろいろあったようですが、雨降って地固まる理論で収まるところに収まったようでよかったですね。
Oh, look, it's Mutton's best girl. Haven't seen her at all this arc, and now she's back. Suzu's attempt to transfer is the talk of the club room.
しかし、子守へ妹2号はなぜワロタに相談を？普段の関係性から考えて、相談相手はナルタキが適切ではないのか？
私のいとことスズは趣味が似てるから、いとこがおたとも欲しいって騒ぐから紹介しようかと。
How nice of you, Akane.
いとこ殿も腐敗済みでござるか？不女子キャラは茜先輩一人いれば十分だな。
We really don't need more than that, do we? You said it. Dealing with one is hard enough. I can't imagine having two Akane senpais would be like.
オタだけど腐ってはない。スズに近いタイプのノマカプ好き。
And that's how you distinguish?
ノマカプって何ですか？
Oh, Nanaru, the naivety you're displaying?
男女のカップルのことらしいよ。ノーマルなカップリングの略でノマカプなんだって。そういう意味だったんだ。
And Nanaru learned something new today.
茜先輩にいろいろ話を聞いてたら、いとこさんが私がもともと進学予定だった学園に通ってるって聞いて。 それで話を聞かせてもらおうと思ったの。
Oh. My butt. So numb. I don't normally stream for more than 2 hours before a break. Ah, so that's what happened.
私最初鈴が腐ったのかと思ってびっくりしちゃった。
That's what everyone assumes, isn't it?
鈴みたいな楽しみ方をしてる子は腐りにくい。いとこも同じ。宗介くんたちもそうですが、趣味を理解してもらえる身内がいるとは羨ましいですね。
Poor Kizu senpai. Sharing a roge must be very difficult to share with your family, especially siblings.
残念ながら私の趣味はあまり理解が得られなくて。ちら。
Please don't wink at me. Commenting on that would just get me in trouble.
いとことはあまりおた話はしない。そうなんですか？カップがぶつかると戦争になるから。
Oh dear, shipping wars can be really intense, no doubt.
カップがぶつかる？どういうことですか？
Oh, Nanaru, you're gonna learn a lot today.
私が好きなカップが男 A かける男 B だとしたら、いとこが好きなカップが男 A かける女 A であることが多い。
Well, it's only natural then if they're gonna get into arguments that it'd be about that, wouldn't it? I'm not following. Could you use, like, a food comparison or something?
唐揚げにレモンをかけるか否か的な。それは確かにおめそうでごじゃる。
The shipping wars are intense. That's why I don't tend to deal with them too much, if at all.
正解のない好みの問題ゆえにか。ちなみに我が輩、唐揚げにはマヨプラス七味タイプである。
We don't care, Prez. We really don't.
ただでさえ揚げ物なのにさらに油かけるんですか？油淋鶏美味しいですよ。油淋鶏。ナンプラーをつけて食べるのもいけますよ。
Nampla? What?
カーラはそのママが一番好きでござる。
Ah, the purist, I see. I see. So even though we all like the same anime, karage and our food metaphor, we can still have vehement disagreements.
話題にしないのが一番平和。
Everyone in the B team's interests are pretty scattered by genre and medium, so we don't get into disagreements very often. But if we added another BL fan into the mix, this place would very well end up a war zone.
どうしたの？兄さん。
I get the feeling I'm forgetting something important. What is it? It's right on the tip of my tongue.
G.
Oh, Maho, where'd you... Oh, I can't believe everyone forgot about her. Ah! Crap! I totally forgot about how I went to Maho for help first. Sorry, I still haven't paid you back for your help.
いや、別に。謝らなくていいぞ。
Aww.
寂しくなんかないからな。
You totally are, Maho, and I'm sorry. Forgive me. Oh, no. You obviously are.
ごめんなさい、魔法姉ちゃん。魔法姉ちゃんに相談したら兄さんに伝わっちゃいそうで。そうか。私は口が軽いお姉ちゃんだと思われてたのか。そうか。
Oh, my heart. Stop it, Maho. You are my best girl in this game, please.
わ、魔法先輩がさらに落ち込んだ。
She's never been so depressed, has she, really? I'm so sorry. I really should have said something to you after everything was resolved.
いいんだ。私は全く頼りにならなかったんだし。
Oh, stop it, Maho. It hurts. It hurts. That's not true. You were a huge help. I desperately try to cheer her up in any way that I can. I'll play fighting as you as long as you want. My way of saying thanks. So come on, cheer up.
お、本当か？いやー、実は今度新しく稼働する格ゲーが気になってるんだ。導入したらプレイしに行くぞ。
Oh, I knew she'd get better as soon as he mentioned appeasing her with fighting games.
すごい勢いで蘇ったぞ。
She is a fighting game fanatic. It's always going to lift her mood, right?
フェニックスのようでこちゃ
Like Kiara-chan.
ん。いや、むしろお湯で戻したカップ麺では
Oh, don't do that, Kisa-senpai. Now I'm hungry again.
急に安っぽくなった。
Well, at least that's sorted out. I somehow managed to cheer her up. I spot Suzu off in a corner of the room, eyeing her phone intently. Intently. What are you doing?
なんでもないよ。
She shakes her head and quickly puts her phone back in her pocket. Despite what she said, she's evidently deep in thought over something. Everything okay?
私ちょっと用事ができちゃったから先に帰るね。ごめんね。ちょっとすず？
I wonder what it could be. She hurriedly picks up her book bag and leaves the room before any of us can stop her. Maybe she's seeing the friend again, maybe. Well, what the hell was that about?
女の子の日か。
Naru, please! Huh?
こらナナル、そういうことを気軽に言うもんじゃないぞ。
That should be your private thing for you.
ごめん。お兄ちゃんぐらいしかいないし、いいかなって。つい女子オンリーのノリで。
え、我が輩は
No, you don't, Prez. Please go away.
あ、いたんですか？
さっきから喋っていたぞ我が輩
Dear me. I wonder what's up with Suzu. She had a really serious look on her face when she was staring at her phone. Don't tell me. She's not actually going to go through with the transfer, is she? Surely she wouldn't have changed her mind this quickly. The usual time comes, and Nana and I leave for home. The worries regarding Suzu still weigh heavily on my mind. We arrive back home, but Suzu is nowhere to be found. Huh. Later that evening.
兄さんとナナルにお話があります。
Suzu arrives home rather late. The first thing she did was gather me and Nanaru together. She's now kneeling down before us, back perfectly straight.
何？
What's the matter?
二人に報告しておきたいことがあるの。お兄ちゃん、すずに何やらかしたの？
I didn't do... Well, I did do something, but nothing bad, I swear!
マジでやったの？付き合い始めたのってこの前でしょ？ちょっと早すぎない？
He's a bit of a horn dog, isn't he? Buzz off! Who says every relationship has to progress at a snail's pace? And besides, you're probably just saying that because you're such a lazy ass yourself. We're only ever late to school because you can't get up on time in the mornings.
1回や2回ぐらい遅刻したってどうってことないじゃん。
Say that when you get to the workplace. It is a big deal for us. Suzu and I are actually trying to be exemplary students, you know.
実の妹とイチャエロしてる優等生か。
Can you not bring that up?
二人ともその辺でいいかな。
Suzu gracefully brings our argument to an end, steering things back on course.
これを二人に見てほしいの。
Huh? Nana and I both look at the sheet of paper she's holding out.
花火大会の出展に関する注意事項？
What's this? Nanaru reads the title aloud, but I still don't understand anything.
花火大会って毎年夏休みの後に海岸でやってるあれだよね。
Ah, so we do go to the fireworks show.
実は今日海の家の店長さんに頼まれたの。
She did have very popular noodles, didn't she, at the cabana, the yakisoba?
会ってきたの？メールでちょっと相談したいことがあるって呼ばれたの。私がこの前バイトで作った焼きそば、店長さんがすごく気に入ってくれたみたいで、アルバイト代弾むから花火大会に臨時出店する焼きそばの屋台を手伝ってほしいって。
Oh, of course. I see. Oh, wow. Right, I get it. That's what's going on. My shoulders drop in relief as washes over me. After my relief comes the realization of what that means. I'm impressed. Man, you're incredible, Suzu. Way to go.
やっぱあれかな、雑誌デビューが効いた感じ？
Nah, that just highlighted her looks. She landed this gig because of her skills.
おー、ようやく鈴が世界に羽ばたく時が来たか。
The invasion of the spam bots again. I ain't paying for views, don't worry. I'll make any popularity on my own, if I can.
世界なん大げさすぎるよ。
Man, why did they keep talking about food? I'm so hungry. Alright, I'll be back in like a minute or two. Hang out here, okay guys? I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to get something to munch on and I was nearly out of water, so I needed to get another bottle. She smiles awkwardly and averts her gaze as Nana and I start getting excited. What's the matter? Don't you want to do it?
やりたくないわけじゃないんだけど、私一人だとちょっと心細くて、兄さんたちに手伝ってもらいたいの。
Working during a festival? Man, that's lame.
店長さんにお願いしたら、兄さんたちがいいなら B 県のみんなにもぜひ手伝ってほしいって。
I think you'll struggle to get Akane to do it. I'm down to help.
私も鈴の焼きそばめちゃくちゃ美味しかったし、絶対大繁盛だよね、お兄ちゃん。
So since we're nearing the end of the game, what do you think of it, Martin? Have you enjoyed the experience? What you've caught, at least? Yeah, we have the best yakisoba on the planet to sell. People are going to be lining up for miles.
いや、宇宙一だよ。だから大げさだよ。でも二人ともそんなにすぐにやるって決めちゃって大丈夫なの？
She stares at us curiously, probably not having expected us to agree so readily. Man, she actually thought there was a chance we'd say no? That seems like the more probable option to me.
大丈夫だって。むしろやりたい。やらせて。
And I'm sure the rest of the B team will be down too, so we gotta divvy up the roles.
最高秒だ作らないと。
And rehearse our apology line after we're all sold out.
なんだかサマコミみたいだね。
Maybe that's why it's such an encouraging thing for them to be doing again, right? The feeling of elation is similar, I'll give her that. The fact that the beach cabana owner himself asked Suzu to be in charge of the yakisoba at his stall is proof that he thinks highly of her. Suzu, on the other hand, feels skeptical and doubtful about herself, so it's up to us to get all hyped about it and give her the push she needs. Tomorrow we're having a B-team business meeting then. The owner's going to be been doing this for ages, so the quality of the product is guaranteed. That means it's all riding on our ability to sell. This yakisoba stand is going to go down in history.
打ち立てるぜレジェンド。
The following day. So everyone, we'd like you to help out with the stall at the summer festival.
もちろんだ。微力ながら精一杯手伝わせてもらうよ。
ありがとう魔法姉ちゃん。
Well, I was always confident in Maho Nichan to do it. It's Akane I'm doubtful about.
お手伝いしたらシュジュ殿の焼きそばを食べられるでごじゃるか。食べ放題だぜ。
I don't think that much.
わいわい。
Come on, at least act like you're going in it just to do it At least act like you're not in on it just for yourself.
とりあえずおやつに焼きそばを4食ほど所望するでごじゃる。
That's a bit much for a snack.
よし任せろ。
Don't promise her that.
お兄ちゃんよろしく。
Oh, nice, nice. I'm paying for it?
食べ放題は無理だと思うけど1食くらいはもらえるんじゃないかな。
That should be plenty, right?
私は
You're definitely helping Kisa Senpai. Thanks in advance.
最近宗介君の私に対する扱いがひどい気がします。
Well, you've not been in this route much at all, so I suppose the little you have been in, you have been rude to her. I think you should apologize. Don't let Martin come after you. Just your imagination.
宗介君ひどいです。そんなに冷たくしたら興奮しちゃうじゃないですか。ビクンビクン。
God damn it, Kisa Senpai, never change, alright? Okay, next.
兄さん、先輩の扱い慣れてきたね。
By now, yeah. So anyways, that's me, Nanaru, Maho, Kaho, Kara, and Kisa Senpai for sure helping out. Sorry. Ooh, dear me. As for the other two,
夏祭りなぞ。ソシャゲのイベントで十分だ。
well, we didn't want you anyway, Prez, so you can just go away. And I didn't think Akane would be willing to do it either.
2人は不参加ですか？ブチャ殿もアカネ殿も一緒にお手伝いするでごじゃる。みんなでやった方が楽しいでごじゃる。
I honestly don't see Prez being that much more fun to be with, to be honest.
そう言われても、我が輩はサマコミ以外の人混みが苦手なのだ。何が楽しくて、あんなに暑くてうるさい場所に出向くのかさっぱり理解できぬ。
God damn it, Prez. Fine, we don't want you anyway.
それに、今回はお手伝いで、バイト代は出ないのだろう。我が輩、ただ働きはしない主義であるからして。
Technically, you're getting a portion of yakisoba. That should be enough, right?
出ますよ、アルバイト代。
Oh, he is? Oh, cool.
え、
Money? Sweet! Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention that during my explanation.
貴様、なぜそれを言わない？
Calm down, man!
金が出るなら手伝うに決まってるだろうが。
God damn it, I hate you, Prez. You're so sucky.
詳細はよはよ。
Give us the deets. Wow, you guys really changed your tune quick. Literally 5 seconds after I mentioned money.
何を言う？金は大事だぞ。金があれば何ができるか知ってるか、宗介。
Unfortunately, that is true. I guess?
ガチャが無料で回せるのだぞ。
How is that free? You're spending your own money on it.
部長の中で貨幣価値が大変なことに。ソシャゲのサービス終了と同時に人生も終了するんじゃない？
Exactly. Exactly. Don't remain committed till the end, man.
それは言ってやるな。にしても、アカネ殿もアルバイト代欲しいでごじゃるか？当然。お金があれば。
Of course, money means more BL.
ホモの本が無料で手に入る。
Oh dear.
なんだかこっちは。
Who didn't see that coming? Everyone saw that coming.
マネリというやつでごじゃるな。
別名倦怠期。
No.
なんかショック。
Well, it's true. It's true. They are trope characters. It's not like Akane-senpai to get down over something, but I'm sure she'll perk back up when she reads her gay porn.
私はアルバイト代なんていりませんよ。代わりに宗介くんを一晩。ダメです。
Straight away, no.
いいじゃないですか。減るものでもないですし。ダメです。減ります。私の心が削られます。なぜ私と宗介くんがくんずほぐれつしてすずちんのハートが削られるんですか？
Uh-oh. Man, I cannot wait for the festival. I rush over and put my hand over her mouth. As she's struggling to break free, I whisper to her, Suzu, I promise. We promised to keep our relationship a secret from everyone. Well, with the exception of Nanaru. Though, honestly, I doubt the B-team would give a shit even if they did find out. These guys don't really care about anything other than their own interests. Especially money. I'm mostly worried for Suzu's sake. That's why I don't want to tell them.
どうしたんですか、宗介くん。汗だらだらですよ。
じゃあ全員参加ってことで。
Nanaru jumps between us and forces the conversation in another direction. I'm grateful for the assistance. Thank goodness I let her in on our secret.
手伝うのはいいが、私たちは何をすればいいんだ？
Serving customers and trying to advertise the place, I guess.
あとは食材の下ごしらえとかお願いできたら嬉しいかな。アルバイトの時と大体同じでござるな。
Yeah, just think of it as an extension of the cabana job.
味は抜群ですから、呼び込みをすれば行列ができますね。
売り上げが良ければ時給アップが見込めるな。
作戦会議だ。ノリノリですね、先輩たち。
Well, I'm glad they are at least. Except for maybe Prez. It'd be hard to believe they were dead set on not helping just minutes ago. Money really is powerful.
やはりここはおまけをつけるのがいいのでは？ジャパニーズおまけ大好きですし。
Can you talk like a normal person, please?
おまけですか？店長さんに相談してみないと。
費用的な問題もあるしな。
費用がかからないおまけにすれば大丈夫ですよ。
A freebie that doesn't cost money? What would that be?
おすすめエロゲ100選リストを漏れなく申請。
Denied! You're gonna hand that out to minors?
5分待たせるごとにわび石を配布。
どこで調達すんのよ、わび石。
Exactly, you have to pay for them.
どこで使うんですか、わび石。容器を工夫するとか？
It's a stall at a festival, so people are gonna want something they can throw away. Sorry to shoot you down like that, though. I know you don't actually contribute often.
珍しくは余計。
Don't be mean to Akane-senpai.
じゃんけんで勝ったら大盛り無料とか？
Yeah, we'd have to discuss that with the manager.
そうだよな。すまない。
いやいや、真帆先輩のが一番現実的だったよ。
Yeah, exactly. Maho is the only one who's grounded.
でも問題が。
カラにお任せでござる。
Oh, okay, Kara. Kara then pipes up, brimming with confidence.
カラ？
Do you have an idea?
コスプレで人集めするでござる。きっと目立つでござるよ。
あ、それいいかも。
It all comes down to cosplay with little Kara. Hate to break it to you, but cosplaying costs money, you know.
じゃあ浴衣は花火大会っぽくてよくない？
Yukatas. Maybe the reason I automatically equate cosplay with anime characters is because of my nerdiness. I guess you could call wearing a yukata cosplaying too. Maybe. In a certain sense. Sounds good to me. Should really liven the place up. Cute girls in yukatas selling delicious yakisoba? That's practically guaranteed to make money.
でしょでしょ。バイト代もらえるなら浴衣買っちゃおうかなと思ってたんだよね。
True that.
私着付けできます
Suzu's hand shoots into the air. Oh, you can do that? That's impressive.
まだ問題ありませんね。ではひとまずナナチンは浴衣確定ということで。
めんどいから私服がいい。
Hey, you can't do that, Akane. If one of us does it, we all have to do it, right?
そういうメンツは私服ということで、私もそっちです。
Yeah, wasn't... Oh, one of Nanaru was the one who wore yukata before, wasn't she? And she was the only one who did.
けどもし、宗介くんがどうしても私の浴衣姿を見たい、向きたい、脱がしたいということであれば話は。
Nah, I'm fine.
鈴みたいに汚れが懸念される実動部隊は私服の方がいいかもしれないな。
Yeah, you don't want to ruin a nice outfit like that. As much as I'd love to see her in a yukata, getting them cleaned is an absolute hassle.
私も浴衣着たいな。
Aww.
大丈夫なの？汚れたりしたら大変じゃない？
A yukata with an apron. That might be a audience.
古いの持ってるからそれなら大丈夫。汚れても洗えるタイプだから。
Isn't it going to be hard to move in, though?
慣れてるから平気だよ。夏は部屋着代わりに着てたこともあるし。
Well, I guess that's fine then, isn't it? No problems here.
にしても調理に着付け、少し鈴の負担が大きすぎやしないか？
Maho puts everyone's worries into words, but Suzu...
大丈夫。任せて。
She's really gung-ho about this. The passion emanating from the little sister-cum-girlfriend far exceeds what I felt from her on the other night. I casually shift next to Suzu and whisper into her ear. What's gotten into you? You're way more motivated than last night.
だってみんなが私の作った焼きそばは美味しいからいっぱい売れるって言ってくれて、それを聞いてたら私も頑張らなくちゃって気持ちになってきちゃったんだもん。
An earnest hard worker, that's our Suzu.
私とお兄ちゃんも似たような話してたじゃん、昨日の夜にさ。
Yep, we were. Our hushed conversation is easily picked up by Nanaru's sharp ears, who now joins in.
だって兄さんとナナルが褒めてくれても身内びいきかなって感じで、あんまり実感がなくって。
We might be family, but I'll still call out bad food when I see it. Ain't that right, Nanaru?
身内か。私って鈴のお姉ちゃんだしね。身内だもんね。
Yep, we are a tight-knit fam.
なんでドヤ顔してんだ？
そんなドヤ顔なんてしてな。ドヤ。
God damn it, Nanaru. Fuck yes you are. I've never seen a bigger smirk in my life. What can I say? As wild as she is, she's predictable as all hell.
当日の流れとかお仕事の詳しい話は私が店長さんに聞いて B 研の部室でみんなに説明する流れで大丈夫ですか？
いきます。
全員で押しかけても迷惑だろうし、店長さんとは全く知らない仲でもないからな。任せてもいいか？
Phew, boy, I did not expect this route to be as long as it is. I think I'll probably, cut it short after this part ends.
任せて。お兄ちゃん任せたよ。
What? Why am I involved now?
だって誰かが手伝ってあげないと大変じゃん。ねえ鈴。兄さんが手伝ってくれたら嬉しい。でしょ
It's kind of obvious. She nods in an exaggerated manner before silently shuffling over to me and whispering into my ear. There's a lot of whispering going on here.
こういうとこ気を回してあげないとダメじゃん。
Sorry, I'm still learning.
しっかりしてよね、お兄ちゃん。
Yeah, you dumbass. Right. She smiles sweetly and smacks me on the back. I give her a nod, but I still don't really understand. The look on her face, it should be the first time I've seen it, but I get the impression I've seen it before. Huh? I remember! I've seen it tons in anime and manga. It's the look of a little sister giving her big brother romantic advice when he gets his first girlfriend.
どうしたのお兄ちゃん、急に黙り込んじゃって。
You little, how are you gonna act like a know-it-all when you can't even do your homework without Suzu's help?
唐突にディスられたというか、今の流れでなんでディスられるの？何をした？私が何をした？
Oh my god, that's what Sosuke said earlier in the stream, to be honest.
シュチュ殿と姉妹になったことではごじゃらんか？スズチンと比べれば大抵の女の子はだらしなく思えるでしょうね。
Suzu is like a shining beacon, an example of what a girl should be like most of the time.
比較論は残酷。
すまない。本当にすまない。
孤立無縁。なんでやねん。
Suzu rushes over to Nanaru, who's now collapsed to her knees.
大丈夫だよ、ナナルがいい子だって本当はみんなちゃんとわかってるから。
She is at heart, deep down.
よしよし、ナナルはいい子だね。
Nanaru clings to Suzu, wailing. Seeing my sisters like this is hopeless.
誰のせいだ、誰の？
Alright guys, this stream is nearly pressing 3 hours long now, so I'm going to quickly save out and we will move on to Sakuna of Rice and Ruin in a little bit. So do stick around, we'll play about an hour and a half of Sakuna and I'll see you in a bit.